Hello, sports fan. This is Steven here with Sports Choice Plus. I'm bringing you a very special breakdown. I'm going to be covering what should the New York Jets do with Zac Wilson. Before I get right into that, I'm going to make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel so you can get all the updates and all the breakdowns. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Looking at the New York Jets, and you're seeing this offseason, there's been a lot of speculation, a lot of talks. We've heard from the general manager of the New York Jets. We've heard from the ownership group. We've heard from a lot of people in the Jets organization, and now it's almost time, being that the combine's happening and being that you have prospective quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, and things like that doing their thing, you're seeing that all eyes are in Indianapolis. You're seeing that now the realization of the new league year is starting to happen, and you're starting to process the information. The New York Football Jets are going to be in need of a backup quarterback. We know that Aaron Rodgers is going to essentially be the starter. We know that there's a lot of talk and conversation about other positions. And we also know that the number one draft pick for the Jets is probably going to be used on an interior offensive lineman. So with that being said, what should the New York Football Jets do with one Zac Wilson that they took high in the draft that hasn't panned out yet for this organization? So when you're looking at what Zac Wilson does, his true value, is it the Jets' fault that he's where he's at, or is it his fault where he's at? Could it be a thing of the fundamentals of football being too much for him in the bright lights of the big city? Could it be that the Jets organization didn't provide him with enough coaching and enough adequate staffing to help build him? Or could it be just Zac Wilson himself? I think it's both a combination of the two. I think that from what the Jets have put on this organization, that offensive line is horrendous. Let's just be honest. That's not Zac Wilson's fault. Let's be honest. For the last couple of years, they haven't had the best type of system for that offense. And when you look at just the stability of their offensive coordinator, the stability of the offensive scheme, it hasn't been one that's been one that you could say, okay, this is going to thrive. If Aaron Rodgers would have stayed healthy, chances are he would have gotten hurt at some point in time during the season behind that offensive line. Because let's face it, from the start to the finish, the offensive line had issues. From offensive tackle, offensive guard, right guard, left guard, right tackle, left tackle. They had issues all over, and it's been plug and play, plug and play, plug and play. So when it comes down to it, you really have to ask yourself, does the New York Jets have what it takes to win a Super Bowl with Zac Wilson on that team? The answer is no. With $11+ million coming off the cap for him, they're probably going to either trade him for a 6th or 7th round pick or either release him. At this point, his value is not really high as far as value goes, and they may have to go the 49ers route. Hey, put him in the bargain bin like they did Trey Lance and offer him up to every team in the NFL that needs a quarterback. So with that being said, I don't think Zac Wilson stays a Jet for further. I think that by the time the draft rolls around, he'll either be released or traded because the new league year, you want to slash as much salary as you can so you can be under a certain cap number so you start the year without having to pay people. So that's my thoughts on it. What do you think, NFL fans? Are you Jets fans and NFL fans? Get in the comment section below. Definitely check out Sports Choice Plus for the breakdowns and all the updates, and we'll see you in the very next video.